Hi, I'm the Global Runner and I'm trying to see if I can still run fast aged 51. So far I've run a 16:01 5k, a 33:02 10k, and now the next step is trying to go under 2:30 in the marathon aged 51.
Oh man, if I'm not sufficiently heat trained come New York, it won't be for failure in trying. It's a note to self, don't be an idiot. Who is out there punching slabs of meat? That's what we're doing here. We're punching slabs of meat.
So we got a bit of catching up to do. The last video I did about a week's training had me running a 20-mile progression run in Banff, and I've done quite a bit since then. So we've got almost 2 weeks training up there. As you can see, we sort of flipped the switch and we are focused less on mileage and more on quality. And there's a few big sessions in there. There's 10 by a kilometre that you can see, but also I'm focusing quite a bit on some steady state running and also on heavy sessions on the Sunday. So the massive session in there was 5 by 5k on Sunday. I did a full video on that, so I'm not going to go over that in this video, but I did a 2:44 marathon in that session. So I went through the marathon in 2:44, which is quite aggressive in training, but I'm trying to get the legs used to running hard after 35k. And of course, it's quite difficult to replicate that in training, and it really does take it out of you. So I was quite relaxed in the week after that, but still hit some sharpening sessions like 15 by 1 minute, and stick around to see what killer miles are. The Extremely Tall Runners coach called Sandra gave me and him a session of killer miles, so stick around to see what they are. Tuesday we're going to go slightly faster than marathon pace. Thursday we're going to go slightly slower than marathon pace. And then Sunday we're going to go marathon pace. So we're sort of picking things up a bit. So today's session is 10 by a kilometre, and we want to keep it at tempo pace.
So I will be the first to admit that I'm not good at these sessions. I always feel like if I'm going to be running intervals, like 1k intervals or whatever, then I need to be going like hard, and we need to be getting faster throughout the sessions and those sorts of things. But that's not the point of this one. So if I can get these all around 3:25 with 2 minutes of rest, that will be perfect. So that's the plan, like slightly less rest, but get them all consistent and not hammer them. So let's see if I can achieve that. Glorious day though. Also, I had a bit of a learning moment yesterday. I did like 10k in the morning, everything was good, nice and relaxed, and then I decided I wanted another 10k in the afternoon, and I shouldn't have. I feel like that just took too much out of my legs, and I need to switch from focusing on miles to focusing on quality. So the recovery between these key sessions is the key part of it. There's always someone blowing leaves as I'm recording. But yeah, my legs are tired today, which is not the point. It's a note to self, don't be an idiot. Don't get miles in at this point for the sake of getting miles in. We've got all the miles in we need. Now we need to sharpen. So don't do anything which is going to get in the way of that. Okay, I've done my warm-up. This feels like one of those sessions where I need to get out of my own way. Yeah, your legs feel tired. Yeah, you probably shouldn't have done that second run yesterday, but you did. So let's just get on with it. Let's just get this done. We're not going full out. These are supposed to be cruise intervals, like tempo effort, and they're only short, a kilometre. All right, there's a lot of them, but let's just get them done. Okay, so tired legs, but that was the effort I wanted. So we've done number 1 and 3:22.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad, shit on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast.
2, 3:21. The advantage of having done mile reps as my last session is that these feel way shorter. Like 50% shorter, who'd have thought? Number 3, 3:21. Maybe I'll just ease off a tiny bit. A tiny bit fast. So much for taking it easy. That was 3:20, number 4. Okay, halfway. Number 5, 3:20. I feel like I'm doing it again. I'm trying too hard. Just gotta make it tempo. I feel like I might be setting off too fast each of the reps and then settling in. I need the extremely tall runner here to keep me under control. Where are you, extremely tall runner? Come on. Number 6, 3:20. That one felt more relaxed. I think I'm finding the rhythm here now. Number 7, 3:21. Number 8, 3:19. 2 to go. I can't get competitive with myself. Just keep it tempo. That's the problem I have. Number 9, 3:20. We've got 1 to go. And 3:16 for the last one. Yep, way faster than I needed. Probably worked too hard, but that's good. Got them done. Got them, I'm guessing it was a sub 34, easily sub 34 10K, but 2 minutes rest is certainly enough. And yeah, got some faster than marathon pace efforts in there, so at least 10 seconds a kilometer faster than marathon pace, which is what I was after. So now it's time to recover, and then I'm going to do something this afternoon. I just need to decide what. If I'm not sufficiently heat trained come New York, it won't be for failure in trying. I'm dripping. 20 minutes, 3.6 miles. What's that? I don't know. 6K. I think the average was about 5:34 a mile, which is, I mean, who knows, 3:25 a kilometre, something like that. So that was the plan. Do the 10 by kilometre this morning with lots of rest at faster than marathon pace, and then do 20 minutes continuous at faster than marathon pace. So that is a big day ticked off. Okay, it's, what day is it even?
October
Thursday?
2nd. Thursday, October 2nd.
And I have the extremely tall runner. Look how tall he is. It's crazy. Why don't you take it from here? Hold the camera even. Tell us what we're doing.
We are doing 5 by a mile with a bit of a hill. So each mile repeat starts out with about a 2-minute hill. So goal here is to hit the hill hard and then maintain pace at the top. It's cool. We'll see. We'll get it done.
To mimic how terrible we're going to feel in Central Park, presumably.
Yes. Correct.
I need a verbal response.
Okay.
So let me talk you through one of these killer miles. So we started off with 2 minutes up a pretty decent hill, sort of like 4 or 5%.
Hey guys!
Can't
Hello.
actually get the
Thank you,
stats
thank you.
back.
Woo.
We were having some cheering there from those kids. It was great. I can't get the stats on the screen. I don't know what I've done with my Garmin, but for whatever reason, I can't get the stats on the screen. So I'm going to try and fix that. But unfortunately, in this session, we don't have the stats. But we had about 2 minutes uphill, and a lot of it was on this like gravel that you can see here. Started off on a bit of road, then hit this gravel, and we're winding our way up this bank here with Calgary to our right. And then when we get to the top of this gravel path, we hit a super flat road. So the idea was to really sort of spike the heart rate early on in this session with the hill, and then try and maintain a decent pace, sort of maybe the marathon pace, or a little bit faster if we could, when we hit the flat at the top. And the idea is that you're running hard when you've had a decent effort with a high heart rate. So it's quite good getting up to the top here. When you hit the flat bit, which we do in a minute on the road, the key is to try and really get the turnover going again, despite the fact that your legs are tired from the hill and the gravel and you've got a high heart rate. Just keep the legs going, keep the legs rolling over. And I really enjoyed this session. We did 5 of them, and 5 of anything is my favourite. You get one done, you sort of settle into the pace, you get the second one, you're feeling good, and then by the third one you're over halfway through. So this was the road that we hit. I was looking for the extremely tall runner there, and I realised that he was on the road and I was on the gravel. So in a minute I decide that I'm going to hop the fence and jump over onto the road, which is where I'm supposed to be. So there he is, the extremely tall runner, hitting some serious paces along the top. This bit is pretty flat, very flat compared to the hill we've come up. And the idea was just to keep this rolling. And like I say, we did 5 of these. So I really enjoyed that session, great session. And thanks to his coach, Sandra, who put us through our paces on this one. I won't show you the rest of the mile, but that was the session and I really enjoyed it.
We got 1 to go. This is a tough session and sneaky hard. And so we're sort of, it's a little bit flat, then we got 2 minutes up a hill. And then when your heart rate's super high at the top, you got to like keep it going, which is pretty good. And we were just chatting, it reminds us of Rocky. There he goes with the punching. Bear with us on this one. So you got take some explanation. So you've got Dolph Lundgren. We'll call the extreme tall runner Dolph Lundgren.
Yep.
He's been mistaken for Dolph Lundgren
Quite the similarity.
lots of times. And
Half of them.
there's Dolph Lundgren with all his science and his, you know, injecting himself with steroids and all that. That's yet to be proven with the extremely tall runner. But anyway, and yet on the other hand, you've got the shorter guy, I think that's me, Rocky, who is out there punching slabs of meat. That's what we're doing here. We're punching slabs of meat. There's something raw about this session, like straight uphill on the gravel path. We're the ones out here punching slabs of meat. One more slab.
So that was the end of that session and the end of a good week. That afternoon I did 45 minutes on the treadmill at 6 minute miling, or 3:43 a kilometre, which is sort of a steady state run. I did want to go a bit further, but I was feeling a bit tired, so I kept it to a decent effort without killing myself. But yeah, really happy with that week and really happy with how things went. Again, I was focusing on the long runs on the Sundays and really sort of trying to crush myself in those, and I've had a couple of good ones in a row. So things seem to be rounding into shape. Got about 4 weeks to go now and really looking forward to it, like really starting to sharpen things up, and we'll be looking at the taper very soon. But anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, don't forget to mash that like button, and I'll see you with next week's training, which is going to include a massive long run.